Hi everyone, it's Jimmy at SurvAid, and today we're going to take a look at the new and improved Manhole Overview Screen. Okay, so Manhole Overview Screen, that is when you've been out on site and recorded some data on the apps for some manholes, uploaded them to SurvAid, you log in and then you'll come to the list of job numbers. If you click on a job number, then it takes you to this view here, which is gives us an overview and lets us see all of the manholes that have been uploaded for this and do some things to them. So if you're unfamiliar with these, I'll quickly run through it. There are some tabs up along the top here. The first one that we're in at the moment is data, and you can see all the individual manholes for this job in a table. You can click on any of those. If we go to the map tab, it shows you the manholes on a map rather than in a list. And for me, the list or the map, we can click on one of these and then we get down to the individual manhole details where we can edit and export things in here. If there is something that needs to be the same, uniform across all the manholes in the job, then we can update it in a batch update tab. There's CSV import, so if you've been on site and surveyed in the levels and coordinates for the covers, you can export that information into a CSV file and then upload it and put it in SurvAid, and it will match up by manhole ID the XYZ coordinates. And then there's batch export tab. So rather than individually exporting manholes from their individual pages, we can do them all in one go in this batch export tab. And it's this area really where the improvements have been made due to customer feedback. The SurvAid started out really as a management tool for people doing witness diagrams for PGMs and control networks, and has evolved since then into storing data for manholes as well. And we've got some people using this now that are doing jobs that are in hundreds and even thousands occasionally of manholes. And so this batch export feature, at the moment we just select them by manhole ID and then go to export. But if you've got hundreds of different items in here, then it's getting a bit unwieldy. And as well, people were starting to get to the point where they wanted to be able to home in on various subsets of the information. And so this has been rejigged a bit, and we can have a look at that now. So if I flip over and go in again, so we can see at the top there's just three tabs now. The data, CSV import, and the batch update. These did the same as what they did before. And in data, we've got a new row added in underneath these buttons here, which are some filters. Also as well in the table, we've got an extra column from what was there before as to whether the manhole has been lifted or not. And so at the top here, we've got a from date and a to date, and these are automatically populated. The software will work out what's the earliest survey date and the latest one for the manholes that have been imported. And if you want to narrow it down to a certain range, then you can check which dates you want to look at in these, and it will narrow down the list of manholes that are visible to you. Likewise, there's some checkboxes underneath, so if you want to just look at all the manholes that haven't been lifted, you can go on that one. The ones that haven't been checked off or are exported, and as you can see, you can kind of mix and match these and reset it to the beginning if you need to. And basically, any manholes that are visible in this list can be exported all in one go as a batch export with these buttons here. And so this kind of becomes the batch export screen rather than having its own separate tab there. And the map, rather than being a separate tab up here, we can flip between the map and the list using these tabs. And as you change these filters, then the map updates just as the list does. You can flip between them, and then once you're happy with the manholes that you've got visible here, you just go ahead and do your big batch export as usual. And that is the new streamlined manhole overview screen. So hope you like it. If you got any comments or questions or anything else that you'd like to see in here, please feel free to get in touch with us, and we will keep improving this thing even more.